एक बात है जो होठों तक आई नहीं, बस आंखों से है झांकती। तुमसे कभी मुझसे कभी कुछ लफ्ज है वो मांगती, जिनको पहन के होठों तक आ जाए वो, आवाज की बाहों में बाहें डाल के इठलाए वो। लेकिन जो ये एक बात है, एहसास ही एहसास है, खुशबू सी है जैसे हवा में तैरती। खुशबू जो बेआवाज है, जिसका पता तुमको भी है, जिसकी खबर मुझको भी है, छुपाए से भी छुपता नहीं, ये जाने कैसा राज है।
Good morning, Aditi. It's been a while. Today is Thursday, 16th August, and it's around 4:40 a.m. in the morning, and I'm getting ready to leave to Mount Whitney, the highest peak in continental United States. Me, along with 20 other people from LinkedIn, will be attempting to climb the peak tomorrow. I'm super excited about this trip. I've been training for it for around 2 months, and I'm really looking forward to it. We are going to be climbing from 8,000 feet to 14,000 feet. The hike's going to take around 14 to 16 hours to complete. We're going to be starting at around 4 a.m. in the morning and expect to be done by 6 p.m. the same evening. So it's 2 p.m. on day 1 and we just reached the Mount Whitney trailhead. We are getting ready for our acclimatization hike to better prepare us for the main hike tomorrow. So like I was saying, this is 1 mile into the practice hike on day 1 and we are probably ascended 1,000 feet in that 1 mile. You can feel the thinness of the air getting to you, but it's really beautiful over here. Look at that. Wow, that was quite interesting doing it with one hand. Yeah, trying not to get my shoes wet. Arey Modi ji, you're here?
Hello.
Say hi.
Hey. Hi.
Everybody, you guys want to say hi?
Hi.
We've barely done 2 miles, right? 1.6.
You're turning back. Ready?
Yeah, I think this is it. We're done with Mount Whitney. Heading back to Sunnyvale after this.
I know some of these are like
So we're getting back down, and getting down is a little more harder and scarier than climbing up. Fortunately, we found an easier way down.
Yeah, no, this is definitely easy. How far it is, right? Yeah, this is scary part. Oh yeah, much better.
Look at that, it's a very narrow ledge and a very steep fall. I'm just going to put my GoPro in so that I have better stability and balance. Is there anybody else behind us?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's go. Successfully made it back in one piece.
Going down.
Is that way really easier? Some more awkward climbing down before we get back to where we started. Okay, Aditi, so it's 4:30 a.m. We are at the Mount Whitney trailhead. It's going to be around 16 hours, 22 miles with 6,000 feet of elevation.
did, yeah.
Now that it's bright enough, I put my headlamp inside. It's really nice to be able to see where you're going and enjoy the breathtaking views. So we've been hiking for an hour and a half. We're like 3 miles in at around 10,000 feet, and suddenly everything's gone flat and green. It's really beautiful. The only thing I'm having a problem with is the thin air. The air gets significantly thinner at these altitudes, and although my heart's not beating really fast, my heart rate's been really low. I'm breathing really, really hard just to get that oxygen into my system. It's a totally different experience. Look at that. That's what I'm seeing. Gorgeous, isn't it? Check the beautiful lake out. It's all blue and serene. There's a waterfall right here. Almost at 12,000 feet. 8 a.m. now. The air is just getting thinner and thinner, and we're getting slower and slower. When we started off, we're doing like 2.5 miles an hour, and then we were down to 1.8 miles an hour at 11,000 feet. Now we're down to 1.3 miles an hour at almost 12,000 feet. It's just getting more rockier as we go by. Look at that. The group's already split into, I think, 5-6 different groups based on their speed, and I think we have maybe 8 people from LinkedIn ahead of us. Hopefully we'll catch up with them at the campgrounds where we have one final stop for drinking water. I'll see you there. Aditi, look at the beaver getting into the tent. Or is it an otter? I don't know. These guys seem smart. So we're a little over 12,000 feet, maybe 12,100, and there's a campground right here. You can see there's no more trees over here now. It's really sunny. I'm all covered up, lathered with sunscreen, and look at that. There's some chipmunks here. Huh? I guess scavenging. Hey there, little guy. So we just refueled at this lake, filled up our water bottles, had some stuff to eat, topped up on electrolytes and spirit. It's been really great so far. We have 4 more miles and around 3,000 feet of elevation to go. Not 3,000, 2,500 feet of elevation to go to get to the summit. Looks more and more doable, but at the same time, with the altitude, expected speed is around 1 to 1.5 miles an hour, which is roughly 1/3 of what we do at sea level. Look at the beauty, Aditi. Just mind-blowing. So at this point, we are at a place called 99 Switchbacks. Basically, because we are gaining a lot of elevation, instead of climbing the elevation directly, what we are doing is we are zigzagging on the side of the mountain, thus making the climb a little more bearable. So do you hear that? That's a fighter jet flying by, and a couple of them have flown by today since today morning. Is because there's a Mojave Air and Spaceport pretty close to here near Death Valley, and I guess that's where all these planes take off, do the training and land. That's pretty interesting. So this is last of the switchbacks, and it's really pretty over here, both behind me and in front of me. Look at that, 2 lakes, just beautiful. It's mind-blowing. 1.9 miles from the summit of Mount Whitney. Okay. Look at that. This looks amazing. Do you hear that? That's another jet flying by. We probably had a dozen flybys during this hike. This face looks like we're walking through a rock quarry. There's no proper footing. You need to look down as you're walking, and you can't afford to look up because you end up you're going to end up with a sprained ankle if you're not looking down, and the rocks are in a weird position. So I'm almost there. You can see there's a hut on top over there. You can see the roof. That is the hut on top of Mount Whitney. I'm just sitting here for a couple of minutes, soaking in the breathtaking views and giving my legs a much needed rest. This is almost it. Almost on the top. 500 feet to go. It's been much easier since I pulled out my hiking poles. I don't know why I didn't pull them out before, but it's been great after I took them out. You can see it, the Mount Whitney cabin, almost there. Another 100 feet to go, and it's 12:36. Almost on time here. So this tablet marks the construction of the highest trail in the United States. It took 2 years to complete and is at 14,500 feet elevation. The views from here are just surreal. You can see the clouds coming up. That's the Mount Whitney cabin. And it looks like some people have cell phone reception over here. That's pretty amazing. Nice point. Look at that. I think that's snow on some of the mountains over there. So we're headed down now. It's 1:30. 8.5 hours since 9 hours since we started climbing, and now we'll be going down. It was really fun. Totally amped up. Had some puliyogre, had some dal, had some puri with pickle, and I'm getting lightheaded over here. And I'm gonna start going down. So I've been coming down for the last hour or so, and I still have around 8.7 miles to get to the point where we started. It's been okay so far. My legs aren't hurting much, but the problem is with nausea, the change in elevation, and I've been so tired and fatigued that I'm not able to pay attention to where I'm going. I end up bumping my foot or my knee onto rocks or twisting my ankle, and that's the kind of pain I am in right now. So I just got back to this lake where people are camping, and it's 4:30 p.m. We probably have another 3 hours of going down. We are still at around 12,000 feet elevation. And how many miles do we have to go? 7 miles more. So do you hear the stream in the back? Yeah, I was crossing that, and one of my poles, the threads went in, and I lost my balance and fell. That was really, really painful. It's a good thing I didn't bump my head, but my shoulders and my left thigh and knees are like hurting like crazy right now. Good thing I had already taken a painkiller an hour ago, so it's not as bad as it would have been had I not taken the painkiller. But so bloody painful. Looks like I'll return these poles because they don't seem to be much good. It's happened a couple of times already, but this time it happened in the middle of the stream where I didn't have balance, and bam. I'm okay. Another 2.5 hours to go down. 5 miles remaining. We've covered most of our way back. We should be done soon. So we've reached the Lone Pine Lake almost. We have maybe 2,000 feet of elevation to lose, and then a couple of miles more to go. Hopefully we should be done in under 2 hours. It's been super awesome so far, but yeah, I'm feeling totally okay after the fall. No issues, just enjoying the scenic view. Hey Aditi, here I am back at the Whitney portal. It's 7:30 p.m. after 12 grueling hours of hiking, over 15 hours total. Finally completed this 22-mile 6,000 feet plus hike. This has been an amazing experience, and I look forward to doing it again.
तुम हो तो गाता है दिल, तुम नहीं तो गीत कहाँ, तुम होता है सब हासिल, तुम नहीं तो क्या है यहाँ, तुम हो तो है सपनों के जैसा हंसी एक समा, जो तुम हो तो ये लगता है कि मिल गई हर खुशी, जो तुम ना हो ये लगता है कि हर खुशी में है कमी, तुमको है मांगती ये जिंदगी।